This film was made by the members of the Self-Advocacy Association of New York State. We want to make a movie that talked about our experiences as people with disabilities. We believe that having a disability isn't the problem. It's the world's reaction to people with disabilities that needs to change. One area of our lives that can be really difficult is when we want to make friends or have relationships and families. Many barriers are put in our way, and that is what we want to explore. There are some obvious barriers faced by people with disabilities who want to get out and about to meet people. The first is a lack of accessible transportation. The second is a lack of money. Over 85% of the 55 million Americans with disabilities live below the poverty line. Thirdly, people are still overprotective and uncomfortable with the idea of people with disabilities in relationships.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. This is the dating game. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet our lucky bachelor.
Ladies, what will be the perfect thing for us on our first date?
Everything. I guess where you buy for 3 hours and just go home.
My perfect date would be having a chaperone yell at me every time I try to hold your hand.
My perfect day will be the way in the rasta, pat me on the head, and tell me how cute I am.
One of the relationships that I had to do with one that was lasted 3 years. 3 years. Yeah. And her mother is over protective of her. We're the same age. We couldn't go on a regular date like we should have done. The only place that we could see each other was at the program, and that's hard, rough at times, because you want to share things with and you can't because obstacles of parents overprotective and not letting the free will to go on a date. That's like it should be, and it's hard on that. We used to talk on the phone And like in the conversations that we had, it was like in the middle of the conversation, her mother would tell her there's a phone call or hang up, or something like that. She still had the phone right in my face. So, maybe they think that we're not, the disabled person is not able to have responsibilities, which I think that's a little bit wrong because, we are adults, you know, and but the parents feel that we don't have that responsibility in our personal lives, and, which to me is a bummer right there, but for each his own. But that's my personal feeling about it.
Here is what Barbara Fine, a sex educator from the YAI, National Institute for People with Disabilities, had to say.
I think people with disabilities are historically marginalized, and if you're in the margins, while there's wonderful, delicious stuff that happens in the margins, but if you're pushed aside to the margins, then I think it's seen that if you're marginalized, you're not going to have a relationship, you're not going to get married, you're not going to have children. So if those things aren't going to happen, we don't really need to talk about it. And I don't think that it comes from a bad place. I think perhaps sometimes parents or care providers are overprotective and they think, well, I'm not going to teach about this because maybe you're never going to experience this and I don't want you to feel bad about not experiencing it. As opposed to, gee, let me see how we can support you in a way where you do experience this.
My girlfriend's name, my girlfriend is Annette.
How long have you guys been together?
Same as, been the same year as, I just met her and I met her in high school in 1989, and we've been talked a lot, and now she doesn't want to love me anymore, and that really broken my heart. Yeah, I kind of miss her a lot, but I haven't been telling her that I am her type. But she said, no, you're not my type, Ernie. But we can still be friends, even though that if times are tough. And I agree with her. And so and then I've been thought about this for quite a long time, and it's hard for being lonesome.